Hello students, the topic for today's lecture is questions and answers. The first question which comes into our mind is, why do we use question? The answer to it is, we use questions to ask for information and also for requests, suggestions, offers, etc. In most question, there is inversion of the subject and auxiliary. If a simple statement is, you have written a letter, when it becomes a question, we say it like that, have you written a letter? Now, there are some different types of questions also, yes or no questions and WH question. WH means what, why, when. So in short, there are two main kinds of question, yes or no. Have you written a letter? Yes or no. And what have you written? I have written a letter. Just to tell you something about WH question is, a question word can be subject, it can be object, it can be complement or adverbial. Who can be subject or object? Who told you? Subject. Who did you tell? Object. Question words can also be a determiner, and they are like what or which. What is coming next? Which day are they coming? The choice of what or which depends on the number of possible answers. We can also use how on its own or before an adjective or adverb. How did you find out? How far is Delhi? We can modify the question word. Why exactly do you need this information? So overview question words, these are question words. And then when we talk about question phrases, we can also form question phrases with what and how. What time is your train? How much does it cost? Most answers to be questions can be just in a word or phrase. What are you writing? A letter to principal. We often use a short answer with yes or no. Have you written the letter? Yes or no. Negative questions. Questions can be negative also. They can be negatives. Haven't you answered the letter yet? Questions with using with or. We can use or in a question also. Are you sending the car or motorcycle? Questions without inversion. In informal conversation, a question can sometimes have the same word order as a statement. See, generally, when we write a question, we use auxiliary verb in the beginning, but sometimes when the conversation is informal, we can also make it like a statement. You have written a letter and question mark. Indirect question also, we can ask an indirect question. I would like to know what you have written. Then we talk about question tags. Question tag is, we can add a question tag to a statement. You have answered the letter, haven't you? Echo questions and echo tags. We can use an echo question or echo tag to react in a statement. I have written the letter. Oh, have you? Now this is sort of echo tag or echo statement. Now I'm giving one example which this is a conversation which will tell how the questions are used. Suppose a person goes to a travel agent. Can I help you? Customer. Do you sell a ticket? Travel agent. Yes, certainly. Customer. I need a return ticket from Delhi to Kolkata. Travel agent. You are traveling when? Customer. Tomorrow. Travel agent. Tomorrow? That's Friday, isn't it? And when are you coming back? Customer. Oh, I'm coming back the same day. Travel agent. Are you leaving before 10 o'clock? Customer. It's cheaper after 10, is it? Travel agent. Yes, it is cheaper if you leave after 10 and return after 6 o'clock. Customer. What time is the next train after 10? Travel agent. 10:11. Customer. Oh, fine. Could you tell me how much the cheap ticket is? Travel agent. 2,500 rupees. Customer. Can I have one then, please? The most basic use of question is to ask for information. We, by just reading these lines, you must have also noticed it that customer was asking question. He was seeking information. What time is the next train? But we can use questions in other ways also, such as getting people to do things. This happens especially with modal verbs can or shall. Now give you some examples of modal verbs. Requesting. Can I have one then please? Making suggestions. Shall we take the early train? Offering. Can I help you? Asking permission. May I take one of these timetables? These all are other ways of asking questions. There are also rhetorical questions which do not need an answer. What do you think will happen? Who knows? You have always criticizing me, but have I ever criticized you? Fancy meeting you here. It's a small world, isn't it? A question can be answered by the person who asked it. What is the secret of the team's success? Terry Clark believes that it is the players' willingness to work for each other and for the team. So, by this information, I have told you that questions are asked to seek information. Sometimes it is for requesting, sometimes it is for making suggestions, sometimes it is a sort of offering, sometimes it is asking permission. And there are also rhetorical questions which need not be answered, which doesn't need any answer. So this is the way when we talk about questions. Now, inversion in questions. In most questions, there is an inversion of the subject and auxiliary. You are leaving today. Are you leaving today? The train has got a buffet. Has the train got a buffet? We can sit here. Where can we sit? If there is more than one auxiliary verb, could have, then only the first one comes before the subject. Now, the question for students is that how to use, which auxiliary verb is used to make a question. Answer to it is, if there are more than one, the one which comes first is used before the subject. I could have reserved a seat. Could I have reserved a seat? Now see, in this question, I could have. There were two auxiliary, could and have. But while making a question, we can only use could. Could I have reserved a seat? In simple tense, we use the auxiliary verb do. You like train journeys? Do you like train journeys? They arrived at 6. Did they arrive at 6? So do and did, they are used in simple forms of verb. Be on its own as an ordinary verb can also come before the subject. The train was late. Was the train late? My ticket is somewhere. Where is my ticket? For short questions, I thought something might go wrong and did it. I'm afraid so. So for questions without the auxiliary are leaving already, are you leaving already? That means the implication is, implied meaning is, are you leaving already? But sometimes as making it a short question, we do not use auxiliary. Leaving early, finished your work, all these are short questions. So, in my next lecture, I shall be taking some more points like yes or no questions, WH questions, their details, and also what, which, and whose, how they are used. So, I shall take up all these topics in my next lecture. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me a patient hearing.